Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you the next episode, episode 6 of the Pokemon Soul Silver Randomizer Nuzlocke Let's Play playthrough. I hope you guys are just as stoked as I am to continue this playthrough. As we always say, episode 6, here we are, brand new, starting fresh. I didn't have to record this one over, so I'm very stoked. And our question of the day, guys, is what is your favorite TV show? Last episode, talked a little bit about Game of Thrones, which happens to be my favorite TV show. I also was quite into True Blood for a while, which I guess is whatever. But we failed the Bastiodon in the last episode, or Shieldon, or whatever it's called. There's another one, so we're not going to catch this one. Obviously, we already tried to catch the first Pokemon in this route and failed. But let me know what your favorite TV show is, guys, in the comments section below. I'm kind of curious. Maybe it'll give me some ideas of some TV shows to watch in the future that I've never maybe heard of, or maybe I've never really given much of a chance, as we find a Staravia, which is kind of cool. So yeah, let me know. Also, guys, if you could, please hit that like button for me, guys. It really helps me out. It really helps out my channel a ton, tremendously. And it lets me know that you're still digging the series and you're still digging the videos. The series will continue, I promise, but, you know, it lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So it's always nice to see, you know, that like button close in and surpass that 200 like button, especially on something like this. So if you guys are debating and you're sitting there watching this video right now, you can just hover your mouse right over the little like button, just click it, and then I'll be a happy individual. So thank you. You know, obviously you don't have to, but it'd be cool. So anyway, jumping right back into this episode here. You know, pretty much the same team we're working with. We got Egg, waiting for Egg to hatch, and we're gonna go through the Union Cave here. And make our way to, I believe, what's called Azalea Town. I think that's what it's called. But it's where we're gonna face Bugsy, which is the Bug-type gym leader, who I am very fond of. However, the chance of her actually, or him, I think it's actually a him, maybe. I don't actually know whether it's a male or female. But the chances of them actually having Bug-type Pokemon are slim to none. So we'll see. But this individual here, this fire breather, who's not a fire breather, has a Psyduck. I'm gonna go for Astonish, see how much it does. Absolutely nothing is the answer to that, and I guess I'll go for Peck and kind of see what happens. I don't know. Maybe Peck will do good. Maybe Peck will do some work here. So I talked a little bit about last episode. My favorite TV show is Game of Thrones, and I guess we'll talk about that as kind of our topic right now. I've never been someone who watched a whole lot of TV, especially in my young adult life here. I've always been so wrapped up in doing other things, and I spend so much time on my computer and time on the internet that my substitute for TV has become watching things like I used to watch a lot of Call of Duty on MLG and Twitch, and watching Pokemon streamers on Twitch, and YouTube videos has always been one of my favorite pastimes in terms of content to absorb. An Enigma Berry, I actually don't even know what that does, but I don't know how far we can proceed here in this part of the cave. Wow, I just found a red scarf. What does a red scarf even do? I just randomly clicked on this rock, we got a red scarf. Let's see what it does. I have no idea what that item is. I'm curious. I know what, like, silk scarf does. Red scarf. Oh, it's for cool aspect of contests. Okay, so I'm not a big contest goer, so I actually didn't know. TM45 Sleep Talk. Okay, fair enough. So lots of cool items. So I've always used things like Twitch and, you know, YouTube as mediums to watch content. Oh my god, a Tyranitar! What was I saying about the egg hatching as a Tyranitar? I believe I was talking about that last episode. That is insanity. We just found a Tyranitar. Of course, I can't catch it, but still funny to see. So yeah, I watch a lot of YouTubers. You know, Pyrotaz, as I've always said, is one of my favorite YouTubers. I really like watching Hayden and his Wi-Fi battles. You know, there's a lot of guys I like to watch, so those are some of the people. But as far as TV shows go, obviously when I was younger, I watched a lot of cartoons and stuff. I watched Pokemon, and I watched Rugrats when I was super little, and then kind of got into some MTV type of deal, you know, some MTV stuff. Why is there a Mewtwo? Why is there a Mewtwo right now? What, dude? Get out of here with these legendaries. I can't even get away from Mewtwo. Okay, I got away. Like, this is insane. This randomizer is insane. But now in my young, like I said, I used to watch some MTV stuff. I used to be into kind of like the Real World and things like that. I don't know why, but I just found them funny and entertaining. Ooh, an Anorith. But now what I watch this show called Impractical Jokers quite a bit. If I ever watch I've been watching more TV in the last, you know, month or so since I moved into this apartment with my girlfriend than I really have in the past couple of years. And the reason for that is because I have time, you know, to spend with my girlfriend at night, and we just like to hang out and I watch TV and kind of just relax from our long day, because we both put in a good amount of hours and work and stuff when I'm not streaming. So So I watched this show called Impractical Jokers. My friend Chris turned me on to, and I watched it a lot on YouTube and I watched it on TV. The show's hilarious. Those guys are hilarious, and I love the fact that they, at least they seem like they were all friends through high school and stuff. That's what they say, and I believe it. So that's really funny. And the other show I've been watching a lot of is Ridiculousness, which is Rob Dyrdek. I used to watch Rob and Big and then Fantasy Factor and stuff. And Rob Dyrdek is an entrepreneur, professional skateboarder, and he owns the clothing line. I think he owns DC is his clothing line. I could be wrong there. But he's got this show Ridiculousness, and it's basically him, this guy Stilo Brim, and Chanel West Coast, who is one of the most annoying individuals in celebrity pop culture, in my opinion. I think she's great for the show because she's so annoying, but God, that laugh. I don't know. But I actually don't dislike her. I just think she's annoying. So he's got this show, and it's basically a summary. They basically create these categories for their special guests, and then they show these clips on YouTube of people doing funny stuff. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. So I'm someone who loves the, I love the idea of viral videos. I love the idea of, hilarity. I love laughing. I'm not someone who laughs a lot when I watch shows, but shows like that are very fun to me. So I love watching Ridiculous. My girlfriend watched it a lot, and I watched it a lot. And we just like to see people get, all sorts of banged up and do stupid stuff. And you just shake your head and you go, why did you just do that? Like, what made you think that that was somewhat close to a good idea? I have no idea. But it's always funny to watch. So I don't know if any of you guys are into those shows, but those are some of my favorite shows. I also used to watch this show called True Blood, which I might get some hate on. But I got into True Blood when it first came out, or maybe halfway through the first season, or whatever it was. And it was a show about vampires. It was a show about werewolves. It was a show about all that nonsense, right? So it's kind of like that whole Twilight deal. But it's called True Blood, and the story behind that is basically there's vampires in this world, and it's actually based in Louisiana, I believe. And there's vampires in the world, and they create. First of all, vampires are kind of symbolic of hatred towards the homosexual community that we have in the United States. So instead of saying, God hates, a very derogatory term towards homosexuals, it says God hates fangs instead. So they really kind of tie that in, and it's very interesting how they incorporate that into the series. But basically, they create this company create this synthetic blood, so it's not actually human blood, it's synthetic blood, and it allows the vampires to live and mainstream and kind of be a part of this regular community. But of course there's like the stigma attached to them, and they make it so in the show that drinking this vampire blood is kind of like a drug for humans, and it also has healing properties and all sorts of mythical nonsense, and I'm actually a fan of that kind of stuff. Not so much the whole glistening vampire things. Edwards is pretty dreamy, but aside from that, I'm pretty into that whole magical stuff. I don't know. I play Pokemon, obviously. I'm into it somewhat, right? I really like Harry Potter. I really like The Lord of the Rings. I like those kind of things. I'm not very into, I'm not like super into any of that stuff, but I'm interested in it. So I watched this show True Blood for quite a while. I watched every episode of every season, and that was another one of those things where I got, is this another Mewtwo? Yeah, it is. I got really involved in the storyline and the characters and stuff like that, and I found it very entertaining. So I'm kind of bummed that series is now over. I believe they finished up. Hopefully they bring it back at some point, but I think that's probably it for that series. And another series I got really into a few years ago was called Heroes, and I believe Heroes is actually supposed to be coming back, or in some sort of a new form. And Heroes was such an amazing show, in my opinion, that started to really falter towards the later season, which a lot of people say. I still found it relatively interesting, but Heroes is really cool. Same kind of thing, supernatural. These select group of individuals in this world have these special powers. Everything from, Claire, one of the main characters, who can regenerate herself, to, characters who, can steal other people's powers, to people who can time travel, to all sorts of different powers. Like, they really got pretty creative in that show, and I was really hooked on it. I watched every episode of every season of that show too. So those are some of the shows I watched, and then my most recent venture that I've been watching with my girlfriend over the last few months has been Dexter. So Dexter is a very interesting show about a serial killer who tries to integrate his way into a normal life, but he is a serial killer, and but he does it in a way where he only kills people who have like criminal records. So he only goes after the bats. He's kind of like a Batman vigilante type of deal, but he's like psychopathic. He's absolutely nuts. But in the show makes him seem normal, but there's parts in the show that show that he's absolutely insane. So that's an interesting show, and I get a flame plate. That's cool. So it's a very interesting show. One of my favorites. No spoilers. I'm like halfway through season 4 or 5 or something like that. So making progress here. Things just a Torterra, random Torterra. A very major plot thing happened in the most recent season, and my girlfriend and I haven't watched Dexter in about a month or two just because of that. We were so taken aback by the plot that happened. And again, no spoilers, guys. I don't want the spoilers, and please don't spoil for anyone else. But I was very taken aback by the occurrence in the storyline that caused the sequence of events and whatever else, and it kind of ruined it for us. Like, it was such a dramatic change. I wasn't a fan, so we've kind of stepped away from that show, but I do believe we will get back into it very soon. I can't imagine we're going to just not watch it ever again. It's just a matter of, slowly getting back into it and slowly finding things, but we've been pretty content watching things like Ridiculousness and so on and so forth. My girlfriend, she's a big fan of shows like South Park and Family Guy. Oh, excuse me. So, like, she likes shows like Family Guy and South Park, and I'm not into that kind of humor at all. I personally don't find it funny. I never found The Simpsons funny. I never really found, like, I don't know. I get that, like, it's somewhat, they try to tie in relevant events, like, current events and stuff into what the show is about or whatever. And I think that's cool. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I can't find those shows funny. Like, deep down inside, I want to, like, sit there and laugh and think that Stewie and the dog thing and whatever else are, like, really funny. But it just doesn't do it for me. So my girlfriend will suck it up. She watches the Mets game with me because I love watching baseball, and I'm getting back into watching baseball because I used to be ridiculously obsessed with it. So I'm getting back into watching baseball now that, like, I have this new life, right? I have this new life in this apartment, and I'm living with my girlfriend and stuff. So it's kind of like opened up this world of TV once again. So I kind of got back into watching baseball. So I watch whatever it's called, South Park and that other stuff with her, and I'm sure some of you guys really dig that show, but I watch that stuff with her. I don't mind it, it's kind of give and take, she wants to watch it sometimes, but she's good. She gives me the control over the TV on most nights, so I'm very lucky, so whatever. So I'm curious, what are your favorite TV shows? What are your favorite series? Well, I'm not bored, I swear. I'm just, like, really tired. I wake up pretty early to start recording, so it's fairly early for me still. But I'm curious, guys. Let me know what your favorite TV shows are, obviously, and of course, kind of some of the TV shows that you're into and what you want to get into, and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of cool shows out there. I know there's like Orange is the New Black is a show that a lot of people have talked about. There's Sons of Anarchy. I don't know. My brother's really into that show. I'm just randomly picking. There's that one with the guy who does the Breaking Bad. I never seen that either. So a lot of shows like that I've never watched. But feel free to give your perspectives if there's a show that you really feel passionate about. If there's a show that you're like, aDrive, you gotta watch this show, dude. And I just listed off a lot of the shows that I like. So maybe based on my preferences, you can kind of formulate, what's something I might be interested in. You guys know what to do. So. I'm curious. As I cannot get away from this Chingling, which can't even hit me. Please, Chingling, leave me alone. I just want to get out of this cave. So, a Mago Berry. So we're getting all these random berries that I've never even heard of, that I don't know what they do. But it's okay. It looks like we're going to find another Mewtwo before we leave the cave. I know it's Mewtwo because it's got that really crazy, shaky thing when you encounter it. Level 7 Mewtwo. Would have been awesome if we could catch this thing, but similar to the Manaphy from the last episode, I don't think we were going to stand much of a chance. I wonder if I could kill this thing. How much is this confusion doing? He confused me. Yeah, I'm going to run. Actually, you know what? Let's get some experience. Let's take out a Mewtwo just so I can say I defeated the Mewtwo, before getting 2 badges, because, why not? So I got Scarface out here. You can't hit me with your confusion. I'm Dark-type, baby. Hit him with a Pursuit. Goodbye. Got my face, Mewtwo. He'll probably live this, but... one-shotted by a Honchkrow, bro. You ain't even ready for this. Dark-type is back. Level 12 going up for Dawn, not bad, and getting some serious experience here. Not bad. That was pretty decent. That was a lot of experience, so. And we have made it through the Union Cave. We are on Route 33, which means a new capture, guys, but I'm going to kind of do some sneaky stuff here. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to try to sneak by this guy and go into here, and we'll come back to Route 33 in a wee bit. so I can get some Pokeballs. So I don't have any Pokeballs, so so Team Rocket apparently broke up, and he's gonna push this guy out of the way, and he's gonna run away. Goodbye. And okay, so let's go Slowpoke Well. We're gonna have to head down there in a bit. Let's go over here and let's go to the Pokemon Center to heal, and then we're gonna grab some more Pokeballs, and then we are going to do whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna go catch Pokemon on Route 33 and so on. I believe it's a new route from where we just were, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe I'll check my map really quick. I'll actually use the map, guys, just to make sure it's not actually, a continuation of this previous route. How do I map? I go to Pokegear, maybe? Is there a map here? Is this a map? It is. Okay. So this is Route 33. This is Route 32. So this is actually a brand new route. So, okay. So it's a very small route. It's like 2 feet long, but it is a route nevertheless. So let's go over there, or a route, however you want to say it. I gotta get some more Pokeballs, though, because I'm running low. I'm running low. The Slowpoke tails are being sold across the nation. So let's see what we got here. That guy looks really sketchy in the corner, by the way. Alright, looks like I have enough to buy some actual Pokeballs. Let's buy 10. Get those Premier Balls. Start to stack up on Premier Balls. And I think that'll hold us down for now. That'll hold us down for now. I'm trying to save my monies. What do you got for me, buddy? So I have 1 badge. So how strong am I? Not strong enough, evidently. Okay, fair enough. I respect your decisions. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go back here. We can't go down there yet. I think I have to go talk to some old man or something. But before we do all that, there's a trainer right here, and then there's a new Pokemon we can catch. Some berries here. I feel like I remember watching this streamer. I think her name was Pixel or something like that. And she was sitting in this spot on the original. It might have been Heart Gold. It might have been the original Gold. I'm not sure. But she was shiny hunting for a Hoppip here, I believe. And it took thousands and thousands and thousands of encounters. I think she finally got it. But, jeez. That is some dedication right there. I'm like a new age shiny hunter. I hunt for like a few hours at a time. I'm like, oh, I got a shiny, sweet. And it's going, oh my god, another legendary Pokemon, dude. It's a Shaymin. What is life right now? So we find the beautiful hedgehog, the grassy hedgehog that is Shaymin. We're going to be able to catch this thing. Hopefully, it's going to be another tough Pokemon to catch. Our luck has not been with us in terms of finding easy Pokemon to catch. That is for certain. Looks like this is going to be just about enough to bring it down to an easy way to catch, like a red. It'll bring it to red, I think, or very, very low orange. We'll see here. I would love to catch Shaymin. Oh, it's the orange. I don't know if I have anything that I could hit it with that's not going to kill it at this point. I'm going to switch. My weakest Pokemon is Nimbus, and Astonish Astonish might kill. That's tough. What attacking move does this have? It's just got growth, evidently. Astonish might kill. Do I try it? Or do I just put it to sleep and try to kill? I gotta go for Astonish, I feel like. I'm only level 9. Let's try it. Oh, good. That barely did anything. Okay. So he at least got it to red. I could probably Astonish it one more time, but we'll see how it goes first. Let me throw some Pokeballs at it first, and we'll sing it. We'll try to put it to sleep. That actually worked, surprisingly. So we're going to put the Shaymin to sleep, and we're going to try to catch this thing. And hopefully, we'll be able to snag it, because that could be brutal. Does it have a berry? It's got a Lumberry. God, this thing is powering itself up. Look at its special attack right now. It's like +4. That's not good. Let's try one more time. I miss. It's just going to keep growing. Maybe that's all his only move is growth. Maybe that's his only move. Or he's about to fire off some seed flares and destroy my life right now, because that could be a possibility. I missed. He's got growth. He's +6 special attack. He may only have growth, actually. Don't miss. Good. Let's try to catch this thing. Because Shaymin would be really cool. Oh my god, I can't believe we just found a Shaymin and a Mewtwo in the last cave. What else did we find? We found Manaphy last episode. This is insane. Alright, let's throw a Premier Ball at it, because why not? Stay in the Premier Ball. That was effective. That was very effective, actually. Don't wake up. Good. Come on, Shaymin. Stay in the ball. I want you to join my team, Shaymin. I really, genuinely want you to be my partner, buddy. I really want you to be my partner. Let's do this. Stay in the Pokeball, please. Stay in the Pokeball. 1, 2, 3. Yes! We caught a Shaymin. Let's go. Let's do this. It could be any nature, or it could be any gender I want. We gotta think of a cool nickname. I'm really bad at nicknames, so was added to the Pokedex. The blooming of the Gracidia flowers confers the power of flight upon it. Feelings of gratitude are the messages it delivers. So you give the Gracidia flower, and it turns into Sky Shaymin, which is really cool. It's Pokemon 000. I didn't actually realize that. Or maybe that just doesn't register a dex number. It's only 8 inches tall. So that's like this big. That's a little tiny guy. He's really small, actually. And he's 4.6. I never realized Shaymin was that small. It's like this big, guys. So let me think of what I can name it. Let's name it Flora, because I'm really bad at nicknames, and it's a flower Pokemon. And actually, you know what? Let's name it Rose. I like Rose better, even though it's not a rose, but it's kind of a flower, right? So let's name it Rose. It's a female. So Rose is gonna go to the PC. We can actually go check out what Rose is working with in a second here, and we'll face this hiker guy first. That was pretty epic. I can't believe we just caught a Shaymin. Let's go! Get turned up for that. I feel like we might have to consider adding Rose to the team. So I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity here to give your perspective. I'm not gonna get rid of Egg, but if you had to remove one of the 5 Pokemon that we have to put Rose onto the team, who would you get rid of? Would you get rid of Dawn, our beautiful lantern that is leading us to the heavens of the Elite Four? Would you get rid of Melody, the sonic booming dragon Flygon, our first capture on this playthrough? Would you get rid of Scarface, the pimp crow of champions? Would you get rid of Nimbus 2015, our beautiful cloudy Altaria? Or would you get rid of Blimpy, the Drifblim ghost flying type, Pokemon that is glitching our game and cursing us to who knows what else? Or would you just leave Rose in the PC and, wait till something faints, if anything ever faints? So let me know your thoughts, guys. You guys are welcome to give me your opinions in the comment section below as well, in addition to the TV show. And, so feel free to make 2 comments. It's okay. You're allowed to do that, I'm pretty sure. And, maybe next episode I can make some swip swaps. I have Hoot Hoot as well, so if anyone's interested in seeing Luna the Hoot Hoot integrated into this playthrough, you guys can give me your thoughts below. But I like the team we have now, but I do like the prospect of using Rose. So, tough choices. But they're good. Excuse me, they're good choices to have, so. So Baltoy's going to hit me with a Psybeam, which is like the slowest animating move ever. And Dawn is going to be able to put in that work here and knock out this Baltoy. So the levels seem to have increased quite a bit in the trainer's Pokemon. We were facing like level 3s in the Sprout Tower, and now they're like level 11. So good experience there. Rocker Anthony goes down. See you, Anthony. You have a great beard, though, man. Have a nice afternoon. And he's a hiker, so I don't really want you to talk to me, though. I kind of don't want your phone number, I'm going to be honest with you. I might end up secluding myself in the mountain. You're going to see a news report later. Hiker secludes himself on the mountain due to young boy rejecting him. Let's go check out this this rose that we just got. And every rose has its thorn. Yeah. I don't know how that song goes. Let's take a look what we got. It is a modest nature Shaymin with just growth, but it has best special defense stat possible compared to its other stats. It just has growth, so that made life easier for us. Wow, modest Shaymin, guys. It's tempting. It's very, very tempting, but I will let you guys decide for our next episode. And let's switch it up here. Let's see if I can get Nimbus in here. Get Nimbus a few more levels. Our team is relatively close to each other, so I think I have to do one of 2 things here. I don't know if we can't take on the gym yet, so let's go talk to Kurt. Kirk. Is it Kurt or Kirk? Who are you? aDrive, eh? You want me to make some balls? Sorry that I'll have to wait. I'm not making you any balls right now. Team Rocket is evil and they've disbanded, but they're back and they're cutting off tails of Slowpoke. I am going to save them. My name is Kirk and I am noble. Goodbye. Okay, so, alright, Kirk, well, can I go this way? Is it gonna let me go this way? Then we have to go do this little Farfetch thingy, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time. If I'm not mistaken, we have to go save the cutter as Farfetched. Or can you not do that until later? Oh, well, I guess we're gonna get our first encounter for the forest. It is going to be a Lumineon, my least favorite Pokemon in the entire world. Guess who is going to murder this Lumineon? as fast as possible. I do not even care if I don't get to catch it. I dislike, and I know there's a guy who watches my videos named Mr. Luminion, and I like you, man, but I dislike Luminion with a very strong passion, and I will not catch you. I refuse to add you to our team. Goodbye, Luminion. Everyone's probably like, geez, aDrive, why do you dislike Luminion? Take that crit, man. Why do you dislike Luminion so much? I just think it's a dumb Pokemon, man. I feel very strongly about not liking that Pokemon. I actually don't really care that much, but oh, okay. Well, my character's doing some serious glitchy nonsense now. I don't know what just happened, but maybe it'll fix itself. If not, it's a Azalea. That's way cooler than the Luminion that I just failed on. It's kind of a bummer. We might have to call it an episode here if this little glitchy thing doesn't go away. We've had this happen. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Let's save and then try to reboot maybe. I had that happen on a few episodes ago. Maybe that Luminion is trying to curse me again. It's weird. Every once in a while, this little ROM, this little emulator, whatever you want to call it, has a little minor glitch, which is kind of lame. But let's try to get it back here for the last few minutes. I'll go out of this thing and we'll start the Slowpoke Well, I guess, before we wrap up the episode. I'm not ready to leave you guys yet. I'm not ready. I'm ready to play through this here. So hopefully that's saved and we can keep going. I think if I reboot, it's fine. Yeah, so it reboots fine. No big deal. No problems. It would have been funny, instead of finding Shaymin, we found Celebi, actually, which would have been very interesting because of its storyline here. But let's actually go down to the Slowpoke Well. Maybe we can do at least the beginning of that for this episode. So let's head down to the Slowpoke Well. Going downtown to the Slowpoke Well. Yeah. And there's a little Slowpoke looking up at me. He's like, "Save me! Save me, aDrive! Save me!" So I'll try, buddy. Hey there, aDrive. The guard at the top took off when I shouted at him, but then I took a tumble down the well. I slammed down hard on my back so I can't move. Rats! If it were fit, my Pokemon would have punished him. It can't be helped. aDrive, show them how gutsy you are in my place. Alright, dude. I'll try my best. Secret rocks, giving me items. Alright, Team Rocket guy, let's do this. I can actually catch a Pokemon down here, too, so... I was standing guard on top when some old coot yelled at me. Is coot a derogatory term? I've never heard the word coot. I've heard cooties. Like, don't touch him, he's got cooties. Diglett. Dig a dig, dig a dig. Trio, trio, trio. Dig a dig, dig a dig. Trio, trio, trio. I like Diglett. Let's show some love to... Show some love to Blimpy. Let's get Blimpy up in here. Blimpy. It's the way to be. He's got astonished. That prediction, man, hitting that ghost type was super effective. I got so much bulk, it's not even a problem. Watch this gust. Catch this gust, Diglett, with your frail defenses. He's so astonished right now. Alright, hit him with another gust. Goodbye, Diglett. So we're cruising right now. We're cruising. We're gonna get through the Slowpoke Well. We're gonna get through this. So I'm gonna get some experience all the way up to level 11 and 7/8. In comes a Ladybug. Whatever. Ladybug's actually one of my favorite Pokemon from the original games. You guys know I have some very strong passion towards Bug-type Pokemon by now. And Ladybug is just such a cute little guy. He's got all these little arms and he punches people. I just wish he, Ledian gets Iron Fist, which is a cool ability, but its attack stat is so incredibly dreadful that it can't even take advantage of it. Seriously, just make his attack like base 60 and I'm happy. It's base like 35 right now. So, it's kind of a bummer. I can't even use it. But, so Iron Fist is like a wasted ability. I've even like calced like Iron Fist boosted Choice Banded Ice Punches coming from Ledian do like 40% to Garchomp. Like really? It's like 4 times super effective banded damage with Iron Fist boost and it does like 40%. Alright, so Cool Trainer Grunt is Cool Trainer Grunt. That's such a terrible name. Yeah, my name's Grunt. Yeah, I'm a trainer for, you know, Team Rocket. I'm on the very bottom of the totem pole. I don't even have Team Rocket like Pokemon. I have a Shinx. Shout out to, you know, Sin. I know Shinx is his mascot. He's a fan. So he's our Earth-plated Sand Team right here. See how much it does. Boom! Get out! Oh my god. Powerful. Live that, too. He's going to use Charge, but he will go down to the Sand Team if I don't pass out first from the Charge animation. Boosts his special defense and knocks him out with the Sand Team. Great strategy there, aDrive. That was beautiful. Using only 1 PP to take him out. Gonna get some experience for Nimbus. Melody's gonna get some experience. And in comes a Torchic. Steve's got a Torchic as well. So, okay. I think we could just take out this Torchic with a Sand Tomb, or maybe I missed. Full strike. He's gonna go for Focus Energy, trying to land some critical hits on me here. Sand Tomb, do your thing. Boom! Hit him with that. And did a good amount. I'll hit him with the Sonic Boom and we'll call it a day. Don't burn me, please. Thank you, Torchic, for not burning me. I appreciate your efforts and your contributions to the aDrive army. Sonic Boom, goodbye. I like the animation. It's like he's shooting these little discs. It's like I'm playing Legend of Zelda, throwing bow and arrow, boomerangs. You don't throw bow and arrows. You throw boomerangs at people. We're gonna take out Cool Trainer Grunt, female. Thank you. Goodbye. Put some longer pants on. It's awkward. I find the Razor Fang, which I believe is used to evolve a Pokemon. What Pokemon is it though? Razor Fang. I don't know. Who evolves from Razor Fang? It could flinch the opponent. We could just give that to someone. We'll give it to someone who wants to flinch people. Nimbus. Razor Fang. I thought that was used to evolve someone. I could be entirely wrong. There's got to be an item on this rock. There's got to be. My Spidey senses are tingling. A Ditto! That's our first Pokemon in this route! We can catch this Ditto. Let's catch it. Of course, it's going to be ridiculously impossible to catch if it transforms into that. So let's have it transform into Dawn. Because Ditto's catch rate, I believe, is based off of who it transforms into. So let's have it transform into Dawn. And he's going to turn into a Duskull. So we're going to try to catch this Ditto. And then you guys are going to have another choice to make. You know, do you want me to add Ditto to the team if I'm able to actually catch it? That did so much. Probably not, because it's not Imposter, but it is Ditto, and Ditto's kind of cool. So, very unique. No one probably ever uses Dittos on playthroughs. So, we'll try to catch this thing, and we'll see what happens. That was effective. That was close. We almost caught it. Not. These Pokemon are so hard to catch, man. You're not supposed to find these hard-to-catch Pokemon this early in the game. I'm over here throwing Pokeballs at them. It's like, that's all aDrive has is Pokeballs. Alright, come on, Ditto. Stay in the Pokeball, baby. 1, 2, 3. Yes! We got the Ditto. Now a nickname for Ditto. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to just go with... Its transformation ability is perfect. However, if made to laugh, it can't maintain its disguise. I've never actually heard that. If it laughs, it loses its ability to transform. So we're going to name him... Ditto. Copycat is like the first thing that comes to mind, but I kind of just want to name him Ditto because that's what he does. Let's name him Goop. I told you guys I'm so bad at nicknames. We're gonna name him Goop because that's what he is. He's kind of like this little blob of goop. We'll name him Goop. Thanks for your help, Goop. And Steel Mail. So that's, you know, borderline useless, but we got Steel Mail. And we got this trainer here who's guarding his teal-haired friend back there. Quit taking Slowpoke tails. Alright, dude. See what you got here. What do you got for me? Alright, so this guy's gonna send out his Shinx. So, a couple Shinx here, Nimbus is coming in. Nimbus, let's go with that Astonish. See how much it does. Boom! I need him to learn, like, Dragon Breath. That's what I need. I need Nimbus to learn Dragon Breath. Or even Dragon Rage. Oh, I wonder if it gets Dragon Rage. That would be a bit unfair. That's up there with Sonic Boom. So this episode's going to run a little bit longer than I typically aim for. I usually aim for about a half hour, but I'm sure you guys won't mind too much. I want to finish the Slowpoke Well since we're here already. Might as well. So he's got a Nincada as well. So it's kind of cool that we actually encountered Ninjask before we encountered Nincada. It looks kind of cool in this game. I like the color of its that's not a shiny Nincada, is it? It would have shined if it came out, right? It does look a little strange, though. I didn't realize it had green wings. Maybe they changed its coloring over the years. And a Surskit, one of my favorites, of course. I quite like Surskit. Masquerain is, of course, one of my favorite Pokemon, so... it's gonna knock him out. Okay, and we'll hit him with another peck, and that should be it for the Surskit here. And this trainer, he brought some bug types, he brought some furious bug types, but they were not quite nearly good enough to take on Nimbus, because, first of all, Nimbus is a dragon. We have 2 dragons. Second of all, Nimbus is a flying type. And look at all these little Slowpokes. Slowpoke with its tail caught off. It has a mail. Do you want to read it? Oh, that's really sad. His dad wrote mail to him. I'm often labeled as the scariest and cruelest guy in Team Rocket. I strongly urge you to not interfere with our business. Let's do this, Proton. I wonder if he has a cousin named Neutron and Electron. So he's got a Spinnerack. Again, bold strategy to bring a Spinnerack to a dragon fight here. And you did. Sorry, Proton, but as fierce as you may be, you cannot stand up to the Cloud Monster. Alright. Level 11, and he's got a Houndour. So, really stepping up the wild Pokemon they're bringing here. Level 12, though. I guess that's kind of cool. Hit him with that big peck. Boom, that's a 4-hit KO. He's going to go for Howl. Trying to boost his attack stat, going for that big sweep here. But Peck should be able to handle him pretty easily. He's going to go for Smog. Trying to get that burn. I do believe I'm Natural Cure. So we can switch out and just cure our burn, or poison, I mean. Not burn. And I will do that. We'll get someone else some action here. Let's go into Blimpy isn't really a good switch in. So let's go to Scarface here. We'll wing attack, and that'll be that for this Houndour here. Go Scarface, do your thing. He's gonna go for Ember, predict the switch, and it does not get the burn. Wing attack comes in, hits him pretty hard, and that should be it for Houndour. And we're able to finish up the Slowpoke Well. Save the Slowpokes. I'm a visionary, guys. I really focus on, you know, Pokemon equality and not harming Pokemon without a cause. So we're gonna be able to take out the Slowpoke Mastermind here, and they continue on their activities underground, and so on and so forth. So he says I should be very afraid of whatever he's doing, but I'm not. In comes Mr. Kurt. He's gonna check on these poor Slowpokes without their tails. And actually, I just realized this. If you cut off a Slowpoke's tail, a Shelter can't clamp onto it, and then it can never evolve. Mind blown. I just thought of that. So does he take me out? Cool. He's going to take me right out of here and bring me right back to his house. Thanks, dude. Hi, aDrive. You handle yourself like a real hero. As I mentioned before, Team Rocket was disbanded by a boy called Red 3 years ago. Now that they've come back, I have a bad feeling about it. In any case, it would please me greatly to make Pokeballs for a trainer like you, aDrive. This is all I have now, but take it. Just give me the fastball, which is cool. Give me more. Give me more, please. You have apricorns for me. Fine, I'll turn them into Pokeballs. I'll give you the green ones. Give me the green ones. Make my green apricorns. I'll take it today for them to make a Pokeball. I'll come back later. I'll give you my grandpa's number. Cool. I'll take his number. He's probably not going to creep on me too hard. Thank you very much, you people. I appreciate your assistance here. And that's going to complete this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did enjoy it. We did quite a bit this episode, so make sure you, give me a thumbs up rating if you enjoyed it. Let me know your favorite TV show, and if you want to see me add, Shaymin or... what else did we catch? We just caught a Ditto. Let's actually go take a look at the Ditto while we're wrapping up here. But let me know if you want me to switch anything in my party. I'm curious to get your opinions. We got some really cool Pokemon, so let me know what you're thinking. But we got this Shaymin, and we also have a Brave Ditto as well, which we obviously know is transformed. So that'll be that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Soul Silver Randomizer Nuzlocke. My name is aDrive. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will catch you guys later. Peace.